Ladies and gentlemen, Simon Phoenix checking back in, guys. Guys, I'm going to go over how to build a reliable AR-15 chambered in 7.62 by 39. You guys have seen these rifles before, but now I'm getting questions on how to build one of these suckers, man. These are still popular. They're still being built. Again, you can build any other cartridge you want to out of the AR-15, but practicality, as far as ammo cost and ammo, I mean, 7.62 by 39 is your best bet. That's your second best cartridge you can build in the 7.62 in the AR-15 platform. Again, you can do 6.8 SPC, you could do 6.5 Grendel, 458, uh, uh, 450, 350 Legend, 458, 450 SOCOM, 458 SOCOM, whatever. 224 Valkyrie. God, there's so many other cartridges that you can build with this bad boy. And I've seen guys build some reliable 6.5 Grendels, 6.8 SPCs, and the reason why I think 7.62 by 39 is the best cartridge for the AR-15 because it's available and it's cheap. Now, don't get it twisted here. That's my 5.56 up there. I have two 5.56. This one's a build. My other one's a Smith & Wesson MP tactical. Um, these are very great rifles. As you can see, there's ammo. When ammo was plentiful, ammo was cheap. You can get it on sale. This rifle will kill you. I don't care who you are and what you say. This rifle will kill you. That 7.62 by 39 will kill you. But the 5.5, I mean, I'm sorry, but the 5.56 will kill you. The 5.56 is considered as a pea shooter though. It will do the job. There's not that much power in with it. You know, it can go out to distance, but it does get crazy in the wind. I heard, but I'm not shooting 500 yards to 1,000 yards. This is where I'm at, close range right here. 100 yards, 200 yards, even 300 yards. You know what I'm saying? Something with some hitting power. You know, 7.62 by 39 is that cartridge, guys. Is that cartridge. So to build one of these reliably, what you need, first thing is first, is the heart of the rifle. We all say the heart of the rifle is the bolt carrier group, okay? Bolt. You need a good bolt. Okay? You need a good bolt. These are aim surplus bolts. These are, I would have preferred the nitride bolts, but I couldn't get the nitride bolts. They were all out. So I settled for the nickel boron bolts. They were, I think, $10, maybe $5 more expensive. But they were available. And I ended up buying four of these. I bought four of them because the original bolt that I had in this gun, I maybe put around, I want to say less than 100 rounds before the bolt broke. And this bolt is it was an Expo Arms bolt that I got from Primary Arms. And the extractor broke on it, as you see. So I need to get another extractor for this thing. I ended up ordering a enhanced firing pin from Black Rifle Arms because it didn't come with one, and it did great. So that's things that you need to make this platform, this cartridge, run reliable in an AR-15. Is the bolt. You need a good strong bolt, and most bolts are bolt carrier groups now include the enhanced firing pin. So when you order these from Aim Surplus, they come with the enhanced firing pin in them. So this is good to go, man. I ordered four of these bolts, and these are now the bolts that are in my actual platforms. This one is actually going to be a backup once I get the extractor. So I have a total of, for this particular rifle here, I have a total of 3 bolts. For this particular rifle, I have a total of 2 bolts. 2 total bolts, one in the character and then a spare one, and then I'm going to end up buying an extra extractor for both guns. That's mainly pretty much it, man. Some guys say you need an adjustable gas block. I'm not a big believer in adjustable gas blocks. I'm just not. I like the clamp on gas blocks. Most guys like to pin, their gas blocks to keep it from moving and all that good stuff. Some guys like to dimple their barrels and get a good, get a good seal on that gas block. This is a carping system. This is a middling system. This is also 7.62 by 39. This is actually an 18-inch barrel. This is actually a 16-inch barrel. Okay. So again, you can go with any muzzle brake you want. You can go with a flash hider. You can go with a standard bird 2 gauge. Any muzzle device you want, go with. I went with, as you see, Strike Industries. Strike Industries from the price, and it was tested as it working just as effectively as a, say, Landtat Dragon, which is $100. When the AR market was good, you can get these for about $30. I think I paid $34 for this. Okay. The barrel, go with any barrel you want. Faxon has good barrels, I heard. I went with Bear Creek Arsenal, the old Bear Creek Arsenal, when they were really just producing barrels and not really focusing on uppers. Now they're really focusing on uppers and not really producing barrels that much, which is fine. Okay, all this stuff is standard AR-15 stuff. You have your hand guard there. You have your red dot, pistol grip, buttstock. That's basically pretty much it. The two things that you need to focus on is the bolt and the magazines. Okay, C Products, Pro Mags, they all make magazines. ASC, AR Stoner. Pick a magazine, see if it works. If it doesn't work, do some modifications to it. It should work. Right out of the box, the Pro Mags work for me. Right out of the box, the ASC's mags work for me. Some guys say differently. Some guys say it didn't work for them, but for me, it all worked. God, what else? They say you need a heavy spring, trigger spring in here, but this is just a regular ALG trigger. This ALG trigger is what, 5.5 pounds, maybe 6 pounds. Just a standard ALG QMS trigger. I didn't do anything special to it. Actually, I had a 3.5 pound trigger in here, a CMC trigger at one point, and that worked. As long as you have the enhanced firing pin, doesn't matter what trigger you have running in there. I mean, unless you're running a super light spring. If you're running a super light spring, then maybe not. Maybe it won't work. Maybe it won't work. I'm not sure. All I can tell you about is pretty much this rifle here. Again, bolt carrier group is just a standard nitrided. I keep it lubed pretty good. Again, I have that nickel boron, kind of like a hodgepodge bolt carrier group I put together because I wasn't able to get a full bolt carrier group. So I actually had to order a 5.56 bolt carrier group from Black Rifle Depot for $100 and take the bolt out of that and put the 7.62 by 39. But I wasn't complaining because I got a bolt, an extra 5.56 bolt, So, yeah, man, that's basically pretty much you need to make this thing run reliable. Of course, you need its own bolt carrier or bolt, and then you need a barrel on there. As far as the recoil goes on this thing, taming this thing as far as recoil, you got a good muzzle brake there. Also, because this is a carbon length gas system, I went with a sprinkle red spring in here. I also went with the H4 buffer in here. So I'm running a sprinkle red, which is a heavy spring, in here, and I'm running a heavy buffer H4 buffer. And this thing shoots reliably, lights out. Okay, that ejection pattern is shooting right at 3 o'clock, 3:30. That's what I'm looking for. Before I did all that, it was shooting at the 2:30 mark, and yeah, I think that was considered as overgas. So that's what I did to tame the recoil and to get this thing to not run so harsh on the bolt. Another trick I did also was, and I think the reason why I broke this bolt is because there's a spring in here and there is a donut inside on the extractor. Now I heard you don't need both. I heard you don't need the spring and you don't need the extractor. You don't need the spring and you don't need the donut at the same time. So I took the donut off the new bolts that I got, and they're running fine. They're running fine. And so that's what I'm going to go with. I actually did that with my 5.56, and everything is running fine. No injection problems or anything like that. Um, that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any other questions, these things are fun to build. As you see, I built two. I built an 18-inch one, and I built a 16-inch one, man. Mid-length one. I haven't shot this one yet. I got to go to the range and shoot that. And a 16-inch one. And I've shot this one, and this thing just runs like a dream. When people see it, they're like, dude, what the heck? Because, you know, when I stick the magazine out of this thing, the reason why I like this magazine is because, you know, I could have went with the Unimag, but I just like the look of that. It just looks sexy. It looks mean as hell with that long ass mag running out of it with the Ranger plate on it. It just looks like, what the hell is this guy shooting? You know what I mean? So for this 18-inch rifle, because it's already kind of long, kind of big, I'm going with the 20 rounders for this one right here. So any more questions, guys, get at me.